Because guess what? I am blessed and highly favored. How y'all doing? Queens, Tracy, Sandra, Wanda, Angie. How y'all doing on this blessed, beautiful Thursday? Blessed and highly favored. Mm-hmm. Thank y'all for tuning in with your girl Ann Mays. I am Ann Mays, not the big one, the little one. Mm-hmm. Clock that T. Right string, wrong yo-yo. Got to be more careful. Ann Mays, I am Ann Mays, for she having flipping and tripping, tossing and turning. Got to be more careful. Thank y'all for the 2 likes and the 9 people in here. Can y'all get the lights up? How y'all doing today? Today the topic is we are talking about Joe McDonald in the building. We are talking about women that lies that then accuse men of touching them. That the ones that lie make it bad for the ones that's not lying. That part right there. So McDonald 35 decline. Stop trying to get in on the live because I'm on 3 different platforms. I am on YouTube. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, Queens and Kings. Thank you, Gigi. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you. Thank you, Wanda, my number 1 fans over here on YouTube. Now, y'all on TikTok. I am on my YouTube channel as well. Y'all can switch over and come to my YouTube channel. I am Ann Mays, where I come live every day from 7 to 9 sometime. But today I was running a little late. I had a doctor's appointment, so that's why I came on live today at 8 o'clock. Hey to y'all on Facebook. Y'all gotta step y'all game up on Facebook too. Cause I don't see I know it's 3 people on here, but I don't see y'all. I don't see y'all. So if I don't see y'all, I don't know y'all there, but I know y'all there. Clock that too. Hey Pumpkin. How you doing, Queen? So y'all today we gonna be talking about the women that lies and put up false allegations on men and the women who really get touched and violated. Now they're gonna think every woman is a liar because the good gonna wind up suffering for the bad. And that's not a good thing, Cheryl, Angie, Queens, ice cream. That's not a good or ice cream corn. That's not a good thing. Mm-hmm. Tamara or Tamira, if I'm saying it right. If I don't say y'all name right, don't get offended. That means I just don't know how to pronounce your name right. And nobody's perfect. I told y'all I dropped out of school. But y'all, let me tell y'all what happened today. So I went to the doctor today. I had to have x-rays, right? Something happened, but I'm not going to disclose that to y'all. I'm not going to tell y'all what happened, but I had to have x-ray on my leg. And my leg is not broke, but it's it's swollen and it's a little fractured, right? Um, this not the first time me fracturing a bone on my body or anything like that. So being in a wheelchair, I mean, let me say I've been in a wheelchair since 31 years, since 95. I didn't fell more than a dozen times. And I'm okay. And if I fall, I get right back up. And if I fall and nobody's around, which I'm used to falling every now and then because my bed sit high. And one time I was calling myself jumping in the bed from the wheelchair, and the wheelchair moved. So that means I hit the floor. Even though the wheelchair moving, I hit the floor. I don't have a life alert. I couldn't say I'm falling and I can't get up. I felt and I got up. I ain't had no other choice. So I got up. Hey to it. I ain't had no other choice. So I got up. So let me say this, y'all. All right. So I went to the doctor today. I had the x-rays today. And yes, my leg is swollen. So when I had the x-ray today, right? Um, then no, I saw the doctor upstairs. When I saw the doctor upstairs in Slidell on guard at the hospital. Ashna. So when I saw the doctor, he told me to go downstairs and have some X-rays because my leg is swollen because something happened when I was on my little trip, right? But anyway, that ain't none of y'all business. All bad ain't bad. I'ma say that. Lock that T. But anyway, when I went downstairs, that's what they was doing the X-ray. But before they could do the X-ray, they had another guy that was waiting. They rolled him. He rolled in there by himself. Now, mind you, he in a electric wheelchair, and I'm in a wheelchair. I'm sitting there, and they got another guy. They called him in the back. So the guy in the wheelchair. So mind y'all, hey Queen, I'm on. So mind y'all, I was watching OG Murder on my phone, but I had my phone the medium volume. It wasn't loud because I didn't want to distract other people because Murder talk loud, right? So I turned my phone down enough to where I could hear it, but the guy in the wheelchair was like right center front in front of me, but sitting on the side. Hey, queens and kings. So he was sitting on the side. So y'all, I was laughing about something Murder said. And while I was laughing, the guy was laughing too. So y'all, all of a sudden I heard something go bing. So I looked, yo, why the man teeth fell out his mouth? Gots to be more careful. Now I said, I know you lying. His teeth hit the wheelchair and hit the ground. And nobody else is in there but me and him. The lady said she was going up the hall, the one who checked us in, and she said she'd be right back. So her, in the process, her being gone, and it's me and him there, the teeth didn't hit the floor right up under my wheelchair. I'm looking at him, he looking at me. I'm looking at him, he looking at me. He looking at me like I'm supposed to pick his teeth up. And yo, I had just had wiped my hands, and I had two napkins on my lap. For some apparent reason, they were still on my lap. But mind you, yo, his hands was balled up like this. He paralyzed, to where his hands, he can't open his hands. So Ann had to make a choice. Either you're gonna leave the man teeth down there up under your wheelchair, or you're gonna pick him up. But y'all knowing who Ann Mays is. Y'all know who I am. And I always tell y'all whose I am. Whether I wanted to pick the teeth up or not, they was right under my wheelchair and they were staring at me and I was staring at the teeth and I was like, you know what? Why this had to happen to me right now? So he was laughing at what Murder said. He was so into my phone laughing at what Murder said. So his teeth popped out his mouth and I had to pick him up. And I did. I didn't have to pick him up, but I used a two paper napkin. I asked him. I said, is it okay for me to pick up your teeth?" And why did I ask him? Is it okay to pick up his teeth that just popped up out of his mouth? But I did. So I say, well, I'm gonna pick him up for you. So he couldn't pick him up for himself if he really wanted to. So I took my two little napkins, two little paper towels, and celebrating the birthday. Oh, all right. Happy birthday, Queen. Happy birthday, Coffee Brown. Happy birthday to Coffee Brown. Happy birthday to you. I wish you many, many more. So I picked the teeth up and I gave him his teeth. And he put them in his bag. But I thought sure he was gonna put them back in his mouth after I picked them up off the floor. But he didn't. So I don't know what happened after I rolled off. Right there, I don't know what happened, y'all. But I was like, I know you lying. That's what he get for being nosy, looking all in my phone. And Murder said something so funny. I was laughing, and he started laughing so hard till his teeth popped up out of his mouth. And I said, I know you damn lie. But it wasn't a lie. So y'all listen. Before we get into the topic today, I want to thank each and every one of y'all for coming on my channel. If y'all haven't subscribed to my channel, y'all can subscribe, y'all can like, and y'all can share. Y'all can subscribe, like, and share. Y'all on Facebook. Hey Terry, hey cousin. We gotta go out to eat too, cousin. So let me say this. Y'all be watching my videos and y'all not sharing. And y'all think I'm gonna sit on here and beg y'all to share my video. I'm not. Do y'all not know that I can see how many people shares my video? Thank you, Queen. Do y'all not know? Y'all want me to put y'all in timeout? Do y'all want me to put y'all in timeout? You know what? Let me drink. Let me give me a little sip. Now tell me why y'all don't share the video. Y'all better have a valid reason why y'all don't share my video. On all my platforms, I got more than enough followers. So can somebody just tell me, and I'm not asking for a friend, why y'all don't share my videos? Though I'm talking to the ones that really, really love me. And it's more than 10 people that love me. But every time I get off the live, why are y'all not sharing the videos? Pinky, just tell me why they're not sharing the videos. Is it that y'all ashamed, or is it that y'all don't love me as much as y'all say y'all love me? I can understand the pickaboos and the haters. I can understand they don't want to share because they don't want their friend or their friend know that they'll be watching me. So of course they're not gonna engage and share the videos because they got a jealous spirit somewhere down in their heart for some apparent reason. But when they post pictures and post shit, they feel some type of way, but they forget that you be on somebody else's page and you stroll by and stroll up and you don't share their shit, but you get mad when people don't like your shit. Got to be more careful. I'm just saying, I'm just trying to understand. Everything I do, everything I'm doing, I am imperfect, but everything I'm trying to do, not trying, because trying is not a good word. Everything that I do on my platform outside of the cuss words, I'm trying to save somebody's soul. I'm trying to save some young girl, some young boy, some older man, older woman. I'm trying to save y'all soul so y'all don't go through the shit that I went through in my life. And I don't see a problem with me trying to do that. And so far, I've been doing a darn good job, Dina, because at the end of the day, when the young man was on Instagram, I punished them on Instagram. When a young man was on Instagram and he was, angry and he was, cussing at his mom and all that kind of stuff there, I went on my live and I took it up on myself, Brandon, up on myself, Tarandina, and Tara. I took it up on myself to speak about that. And guess what? I made a difference in his life. I made a difference in his life. And when I made a difference in his life, Coffee Brown, when I made a difference in his life, when I told him he was wrong for, cussing his mom and stuff like that, he didn't come on my page and cuss me out. He didn't disrespect me or none of that. You know what he did? He publicly apologized to his mother. Come on, somebody. I'm just saying. And y'all think nobody not listening to me? Y'all think nobody not listening to me? They think nobody not listening to me? The devil is a lie. So that let me know the work that I'm putting in, the messages that he allowed me to deliver is being delivered. Plop that tea. All I ask y'all to do, I'm not asking y'all for no cash, yeah. I'm not asking y'all for nothing. All I ask y'all to do is just share the live to somebody that really need to hear what happened in my life. And if I'm talking about what happened in my life, 2 chances to 1, somebody out there that had the same thing happen to them in a different week. So why can't y'all, thank you, Coffee, why can't y'all just share the live to somebody else? Y'all take all the negative stuff and y'all clip and y'all post. But me, Miss Ann, then been through the storm, and y'all not clipping the good part about my life. Now, when I start telling y'all the bad part, the real bad part, that's what y'all waiting on so y'all can share. That's y'all want me to crash out. Like Gavin said, y'all want me to crash out. That's what y'all want. Y'all really want somebody saying, yeah, and crash out. Because that's what y'all love. Y'all really want me to crash out? Not today, though. We ain't doing it today. Maybe another day, but we ain't doing it today. I was mad with myself because yesterday I let some little scatterwest, some little huckabuck take me out of character on TikTok on yesterday. But I will not let nobody take me out of character on today. Because one of my sisters said, girl, you was on and popping until you kept letting, and we were saying, come on, girl, come on with the, no, don't worry about them. But let me tell y'all something. Sometimes you got to clap back to let people know that you ain't no pushover. I ain't got no front to prove to nobody, but I had to let them know that they have to stay in their lane. And after I said what I said and I ignored her, I ain't had to worry about her no more. We got to learn as people that be on social media with platforms, we got to learn how to ignore the haters. Because they coming, the trolls, they coming. But to my true fans, and to the true people that love me, Tracy, Wanda, Sandra, Angie, all of y'all, Morel, all of y'all, to all my true fans and all my true friends, Shiny, all y'all that's on TikTok, and my true fans that's on Facebook. Can y'all shut a live? Thank you, Mecca girl. We be playing phone tag, Mecca. I know you've been busy, but we've been playing phone tag. But anyway, can y'all just shut a live? Kellyanne, can you shut a live? All I'm asking y'all to do is just shut a live. It don't cost a dime. It don't cost y'all nothing just to shed a live to somebody else. And sometimes I do have to check them, Tracy, because they call themselves playing with me because they feel like I'm in a wheelchair and they don't know that this wheelchair, I mean, the way that I was, that's why I wound up in a wheelchair because I ain't take no shit. Thank you, Queen Tracy. I ain't take no mess. So y'all listen. Before we get to the topic, let me talk about this, Angel. Oh, you don't know how to share? Now, Angel, do you be having any kids or any? Go ask your little grandbaby. I'm just saying, ask your little grandbaby or ask your neighbor. Ask somebody that you're close with because I ain't know how to do all of that either. They got a little arrow button. I think it go like that. And that's how you share. I don't care about the cussing. I know for a fact some things you have spoken on convicted me, nothing but God. That part speaking through you. Haters, that gave me the chills. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Thank you. That part right there. Thank you, Paula. Thank you, Paula. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Tangela. So let me say this, y'all. So a lot of y'all that have relatives, your body's there with you. That part. Oh, nobody ain't there with you, ain't you? Oh, wow. That's all right. Like I had to learn how to work social media. You gonna learn too, Queen. So God be the glory. So y'all, listen. I know all of y'all know somebody that's on Medicaid. If y'all don't, if you got a child, you got a mama, you got a daddy. If you know somebody that's on Medicaid, I found out something today. All right. Since 2017, my Medicaid, I had Louisiana Medicaid, um, in other words, they changed my Medicaid into Marketplace. So today, when I went and have my x-rays, the lady told me, you can't have no x-rays because we don't take your Medicaid. So I said, hold up, wait a minute. I had surgery a month ago, or maybe a month and a half ago. And the surgeon I went seeing today is the same doctor that did the surgery. So she said, if you have x-rays, you're going to have to come out your pocket and pay for the x-rays. So I said, hold up. I've been in a wheelchair 31 years. I've been getting Medicaid 31 years. Medicaid been paying for a lot of things, but certain things I have a copay. But Medicaid ain't never refused me of x-rays, of emergency. She said a lot of people who's on Medicaid, elderly people and all, marketplace, somebody changed and put something on our Medicaid. And let me read what it says. Y'all listen? And if I read slow, oh well, but I'm going to take my time with this. Yeah, I get Medicaid, Kingston. It says the health insurance market, the health insurance marketplace is seeing increase of suspicions. So people been suspicion activities. They say by some agents and brokers selling marketplace coverage. This may include signing you up for coverage without your knowledge or switching you out of plenty of wait switching you out of a plan you already have. So they say this is what they've been doing. They've been switching us out to a plan, and it been fraud. So they told me to call this number, marketplace, and tell them that I don't want it. I don't know nothing about it. And they say, guess what? I've been having it since 2017. So if you've been getting a bill since 2017, a medical bill for if you had to go to the emergency room, that's because fraud been going on with your Medicaid. So I got to call these people tomorrow at Marketplace and tell them I don't want them, I didn't need them, and I don't understand why they was able to just without a person permission swap you over to a whole nother medical system. So by me going to the same doctor and he did the surgery, that's the only way that I was able to pay for it. Other than that, I wasn't gonna have no x-ray and I was gonna have to come out of pocket with it. Not coming out of pocket with it is not my problem. But they went on and done it. But to y'all that have family members, y'all gotta call Marketplace. Y'all gotta call the number. The number is 1-800-318-2596. I'm gonna say it again. It's 1-800-318-2596. If you on here and you get Medicaid and they say that you have unauthorized agent and broker activities on ACA Marketplace, you need to call them and drop it immediately. Or when you go to the hospital, you will be getting a bill. And they was about to charge me for all the x-rays that I had because they was looking for broken bones. So with that being said, let me get a sip before we get into the topic. Why, when y'all be seeing somebody on live, y'all be asking to come in, and y'all be way from Zamunda or somewhere on TikTok? Come on now, stop doing that. Stop interrupting the live. This is not the girl that you could say, oh, I got a son and I had a wife and she unalive and left me with the son and I'm raising the son. Stop trying to run game on game runners. We from the United States. We didn't caught on to what y'all be doing. Y'all be trying to catfish us. Go lay down. And anyway, y'all. Yeah, people be using your name. Yeah, but to be honest, Queen, I didn't feel bad. Like yesterday, I just had to put somebody in a place to let them know not to come for me and play with me. But I wasn't feeling no type of way, even though that happened with me and my daughter, whatever. I don't feel no type of way, to be honest. A couple of years ago, I probably would have been inside, not eating, crying, crawling under a rock or something like that, or going under the bed crying. Or I'm over the children thing. I'm over my children hurt my feelings. I'm just over it. So I don't want to talk about that today. We ain't gonna talk about that today. That was yesterday. That part. I'm going to pray for them. You pray for them. We going to pray for them. And at the end of the day, they live to see another day. Right. How they going to run game on poker, brother? Right. Ain't nothing new over here. So y'all listen. So Boosie, I'm not going to speak about stuff that I don't know because all this is allegedly. All right. Called my bank and street and everything out because I knew that they were trying to, all right, commit fraud, right? So listen, hey, Pepper girl, hey, B Dover. So let me say this, y'all. Um, Boosie, badass. Boosie, last week he had a stalker, and this week he got a young lady that says he allegedly uh touched her at the age of 5. And now she's 35. She said Boosie was messing with her mom. She said Boosie made her cry. And Boosie told her he was the one and only lover she gonna ever have in her whole entire life. Now let me say this, y'all. I don't want to be speaking on something that I don't know. All this is just alleged. So when a woman make an allegation on a man, you better have dot your I's and cross your T's. Now, she said she was 5 years old. Now, let me say this to some of y'all. My mind might not be like yours, Angie. Her mind might not be like mine. Oh, yeah, she got a mind of her own, Big Juicy. So let me say this. Some things I don't remember when I was 5. But if somebody did something so horrible to her, if that had happened to me at 5, I probably would remember it too. Right. So she said she was 5. She said, so everybody was trying to do the math because if she was 5 at the time, they were saying Boosie was in his teens. So if Boosie was in his teens and she's 35 now, how old was her mother? Y'all do the math. I'm not good with math. She's 35 now. She said it happened when she was 5 years old. And they say, I think Boosie is right now in his 40s. If I'm not mistaken, I think somebody showed that Boosie was 42. He updated and said he had proof from the family she lied. Well, I'm going to say this. Um, Remember, I was telling y'all I made a video about me speaking on Cat Williams. So the video I did it on Red Report. They blocked it. They allowed the video to get so many views, and then they blocked it. They got celebrities and they got stores could block any type of video they want to stop the world from knowing what happened. So I said, how they get out? And I said, when Boosie was saying, I'll pay somebody $1,000, I'll pay somebody this and pay somebody to find out information and all that. Hold up, Boosie. You Boosie badass. So if you Boosie badass, you ain't got to pay nobody a dime. Now with technology, you could put a face. You could put a name to a face. So I was like, well, damn. All the money Boosie got and all the people that love him and all the people be around him, you ain't got to pay nobody no money to find nobody. If the money you got, you can reach out and touch him. All you got to do is make a phone call. All you got to do is say, hit one of your homeboys or hit somebody up and say, yeah, I'm going to give you the face, put a name to the face. See what I'm saying? So I'm like, well, God damn, all this shit going on. She said, and when she started crying, and she was like, cause he, but I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I ain't seen there a tear. She was trying to make herself cry. And I'm like, well, God damn. I ain't seen there a tip. So when Boosie was on there and everybody saw her face and this and that, if that was my cousin, my niece, my daughter, Boosie wouldn't have had to pay nobody. I would have grabbed her little ass around the neck, not round, not literally, just grabbed her and say, we need to have a talk, a sit down talk. So where is her mother now? And is it true that her mother used to mess with Boosie? Because where's the mama? And if that's the case, why the mama didn't come forward? Because if it was my daughter, I don't give a damn if it was 50 years ago. If it was my daughter putting allegations on somebody saying somebody touched her at 5, Boosie won't be Boosie badass. I'm just saying. I don't know how a lot of y'all feel about y'all children, but if it was my daughter, we gonna get to the bottom of this. Because at 5 years old, and you violated my child, so I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. We got children that lies. We got children that lies. We got grown adult that lies. We got people that make up allegations and lie on people when they can't have their way. So at this point, I can't say she lying because I don't know. But shit ain't adding up. And you got to be more careful. You got to be able to dot your I's and cross your T's. And you got to be able to show some receipts when you put allegations on somebody. I'm just saying. Let me tell y'all something. When some children then been touched at a young age, right? Don't get me wrong. Some children be afraid to tell that somebody touched them, especially if it's somebody that their parents or somebody that we all trust. And if it's somebody that the child loves, they're not gonna say nothing. But she was 5 and she's 35 now. So let me tell y'all this. I was touched at 14. And when I was touched at 14, my mama told me not to go outside. And I went outside anyway. And I never told my mama this, never my whole life. I was touched at 14 years old. My mama went to work. My mama told us to stay inside. And we didn't. My brother Wormer snuck outside and was playing football in the court with his friends. And I snuck outside. And I remember what happened, but I ain't never told my mama to this day. I don't know the guy's name, but I know he lived in a Desire Project with us. So yeah, it's possible that stuff can happen and you don't say nothing to decades. But I was 14 and she's saying she was 5. And now that I'm an adult and I'm 59 years old, if I didn't say nothing then, I'm only telling it to y'all, but I don't know his name. I don't know where he at. I don't know where he lives. But at the end of the day, that was then. And I didn't open my damn mouth. I didn't say nothing to my mom. To this day, I didn't tell nobody nothing. So it's a possibility that people be getting touched. Young girls be getting touched. Young boys get touched too. And they be afraid to tell. Because some of them got mamas that be saying, stop being a teller. That's what they used to tell us. I don't know about y'all. I'm going to tell y'all, when I was coming up, go sit your ass down and stop being a teller. I'm just saying. So why would you was 13, Tracy? Wow. Why would What you say? Other person threatening them? Threaten who? No, I don't think. I think Booster was saying, "We'll find out this B. We'll find out her family. We'll find out." Now she's 35 years old. She's a grown woman now. And they said that Booster already found out her family already said that she was lying and all this shit kind of stuff there, or whatever. But when Booster was saying, asking other people to go and find her, you Boosie badass, you shouldn't have to pay nobody. Cause I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Let me be technical and let me be real with y'all. I'm Ann Mays. If somebody did something to me in the real world right now, I ain't gotta ask them twice. I ain't even gotta ask them to go find them. They going looking for them. I have to literally tell my people, I got it. We ain't doing that. Because of the woman that I am now and the way that I serve Jehovah, I have to literally tell my people, I got it. I can handle my own way. If I come on this internet and somebody play with me, I'm gonna clap back. And at the end of the day, as long as they don't put their hand on me, as long as they don't touch me, we good. But if they touch me, I don't need my family. I don't need nobody to validate. I don't need nobody to come for me when at the end of the day, I can be your worst nightmare from the wheelchair. And I know they got somebody out there saying, thank you, Queens and Kings on TikTok. I know they got somebody out there because somebody wants to say, what you gonna do or what you gonna do in a wheelchair? Wow. Ain't that something? For y'all to even think stupid like that. Y'all think because people in a wheelchair and they rolling in a wheelchair, y'all don't think they could really roll up and do you something. So you rather look at a person in a wheelchair and threaten them or pass them and if at them and act like and you thinking in your mind that a person in a wheelchair can't do you nothing. Okay. You got a mind of a damn fool. And I'm Tracy on YouTube say she was 13 years old when she was violated. Y'all listen. Don't let the wheelchair fool you. That part. Listen, they got a lot of women. A lot of women. And let me tell y'all guys something, because a lot of y'all men be on here too. If a woman give you a date, if we go on a date with y'all, that don't mean we looking to sleep with y'all. Let me say it loud for the bitches in the back. Let me tell y'all, and when I say the B word, that means some of you men, I call y'all the B word too. Like y'all disrespect us. If you make me mad enough, I'm gonna disrespect you and call you out too. I don't want you to disrespect me. I ain't gonna disrespect you. But let me say this. If we go on a date with y'all, don't mean that we coming to sleep with y'all. Just because we come and go on a date with y'all or meet y'all somewhere, that don't mean, and just because you buy me shit, don't mean you're gonna get that ass. I'm just saying, this ain't no light switch that you turn off and on. But let me say something else, ladies. If a guy buy you gifts, and I know a lot of y'all materialistic, if a guy buy you gifts and you be accepting them gifts, and in your mind, you don't like them like that. You ain't trying to sleep with them. You ain't trying to give them no coochie. Let me tell y'all this, sister girls. I'm talking to my queens. I feel like we shouldn't take the gifts if we're not intending on being with them. You know why? In these times and days, right now, these guys feel like if they buy you a Gucci bag, they take you shopping, they buy you this, they buy you Louis Vuitton, Fendi, Chanel, whatever. In their mind, they're gonna tap that ass. Read the fine print on the gift. That part, queen. So I'd rather not. I'd rather you keep your to your damn self, because you ain't tapping that ass. But a lot of y'all is immaterialistic, and if he whip out $100, y'all got to learn the game. If he whip out $100, or in your mind, you thinking you could get $200, $300, $400. The $100 he gave you at first was the bait. When I was young and they gave me $100 and they thought that was a lot and they was about to get the coochie, nah, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. At the end of the day, right now, in society, in the world right now, if a man give you gifts, flowers, perfume, money, it come with attach. So y'all better be very mindful of the gifts y'all accept. He could keep his gifts, his perfume, his purses, his shoes, and all that. I pray to Jehovah and get whatever I want. When at the end of the day, once y'all get the gifts and all that, y'all got strange attached. He feel like I bought you this, I gave you my money and all that kind of stuff there. But in the beginning, you already told them you don't like them like that. They heard you, but that went over their head. So a lot of y'all women out there that's putting false allegations on a lot of these men, y'all making it bad for the women that really been violated. Hey, Queen, women that really been violated is telling the truth. But we got women out here that's out here really getting touched. Because if I come by your house and it's me and you and ain't nobody in there, before you get there, he already have in his mind that he gonna tap that ass. Now, forcible is a charge. If somebody tell you no, no mean no. Now, us as queens, we should not be leading nobody on. Right. We should not be letting nobody putting their tongue down our throat, because if they tongue kiss you and all that kind of stuff and you letting them rub all on you and this and that, in their mind, you let me do all that and I'm not going to get no coochie? Wow. Y'all better be very mindful, because at the end of the day, just like they got men out here touching women, they got women out here touching men. If you don't want a man to mistreat you, don't mistreat him. If you don't want to be with him, hey Pam, if you don't want to be with him, let him know up front. Stop playing with people's feelings. Stop leading people on into believing that you're going to be with them when you know damn well you don't like him like that. All you like is his money. And a lot of them get violent behind closed doors, Queen. Yes, they do. Serenity. Yes, they do. So if you're not planning on being with him, or you're not planning on being with her, can y'all please not take the gifts? Because I saw one female, she took the gifts. She took over, let me see, I want $20,000 worth of gifts. And guess what? She cut him off. And he went cut up. I'm just saying. Just because me and you on the phone and we didn't fell asleep on the phone, don't mean we go together. But it starts with us. It starts with us. You can't lie to somebody and lead them to believe that you're going to be with them, and you know damn well you're not going to be with them. So this young lady that put this allegation on Boosie and said she was 5 years old, and they just found out that she was lying. What would make her tell a lie like that? I'm just saying. You have to be delusional. You have to be something mentally wrong with you. So I'm really trying to understand, when she came out with the allegation, where was her mother? Because I'm sure she told her mama before she told Boosie. Or did she not just tell her mama before she told Boosie? I'm just trying to understand. I'm just trying to understand because if you make an allegation like that, 6 at the time, oh wow. So if you make an allegation like that, Queen, you better have dot your I's and cross your T's. And like a lot of on a like what R. Kelly, nah. R. Kelly slept with a lot of these young girls, but do I think all of them was non-consensual? I don't think. I think some of them was consensual. I think some of their parents know, because mind you, they got parents that sell their soul for $1 or 12. They'll sell their soul for $1. I know some parents didn't let their children go with grown men for $1. And their child and throw it in their face. Why would I let my child be around? Furthermore, when I got a daughter in my house and you got a stepdaddy or it ain't your daddy, certain things you're not gonna do in my house. If you got a teenager daughter and she like to wear shorts with her booty shorts and all her ass out and all that kind of stuff there, she not wearing that shit around my house. I don't give a damn if I'm the mama and he's the pappy. You're not gonna disrespect my household. You're not gonna walk around in my house with all your ass out. We not doing that. Yeah. So my point of view on the R. Kelly thing, I think a lot of those parents, they knew. Why wait till he get convicted and then everybody want to come out when all the while they already knew? I don't know about y'all, how y'all feel about y'all daughters, but I know if somebody ever would have played with any one of my daughters, St. Gabriel, here I come. Oh, I'm gonna get you. And when I get you, you ain't gonna have nothing down there. Because I'm gonna cut it off. I I am. And that's on Mary, the little lamp, and the little lamp that's not here. So I don't know, something ain't right with a lot of you parents out there. Something just ain't right with a lot of y'all parents out there. Because when she came up with the allegations and it's all over the internet, why? Damn, another restriction. What I just said wrong? Y'all gotta stop TikTok. So I didn't even cuss. And I said allegations. TikTok, y'all really gotta stop. But anyway, if it had been my daughter, I think I said something private, something violent. I don't know what I said. But anyway, if it was my daughter, yeah, they do hate the truth. TikTok, y'all haters. But anyway, the mama should have been came to social media. I would have came to protect my daughter, or I would have made my daughter come on social media and tell the world that she's sorry and she lied. So all we hearing is that they said the family said they know she was lying or she stated she was lying or however it went. Why we didn't get all that part? Why we didn't get the part to where, why we didn't get to hear the part that the family said she was lying? We heard everything else. We heard the allegations. Why? Because if it was my daughter, I'm just saying, I'm on site. We would have been trying to find Boosie. I would have been like, come on, we getting in this car. We gonna go find Boosie. And that way the mama would have known whether or not her daughter lying or tell her the truth. I would have took her little ass. We would have went to the police station and I would have been like, tell them what you told me. And then I would have been like, I would have been forcing her to tell me the truth. I would have been like, if you lying, even though you're adult, I'm gonna beat your ass. If you telling the truth, we got to deal with this situation. He wouldn't even be in jail if it had happened to my 5-year-old. I'm just saying. They would have been calling 911 for me. I'm just saying. So to a lot of y'all women that's out there, and there's a lot of us that been violated, that been touched. And you know what they'll say? Let me tell you what the women gonna say. Girl, she lying. Ain't nobody touched her. I hate when people do that. Why she waited till so late? Why she waited till she got to be a grown woman? Well, I'm 59 years old, and I was touched at 14. Hey, Shawan, clock that tea. Clock that tea. I had a baby I got pregnant at 15, a year after I was touched. I had a baby at 16. How about that? I'm just saying. Y'all know how many people are being in jail right now that done had sexual intercourse with underage people. Y'all know how many people are being incarcerated right now? How many family members are being incarcerated? How many family friends are being incarcerated? You was speaking at 13? Wow. So if that's the case, if if the boy that you got pregnant for at 13, Queen, if he was 18, that means you was an underage child and he was an adult. But here in New Orleans, I think they say you become adult at 17. You consider it as adult. But at one time, I thought it was 16. But I know you become adult, a young adult, at 16 or 17. It might be 17. So you mean to tell me if you sleep with a 13-year-old, a 14-year-old, and a 15-year-old, and you 18, that means you slept with a child. Oh, he was 18? Going to Booker T. Mm. Now, if all us tell our story, Queen, how many men there'll be going lock up? But we have a statutory law. So I'm trying to understand. So if she said this happened at 5 and she was 5 years old, so if the allegations was true, would they still be able to go pick up Boosie if it was true? Because I thought they had a statutory law. I thought after 10 years, 15, 20 years or whatever, I thought you can't charge nobody with something if it's over a certain length of time. Hey, Queen, hey, Linda. So make me understand, is it a statutory law or is it not? Because I know when I was almost 10 years in Louisiana, right? So if it was 10 years and she said this happened at 5, that means they couldn't go arrest Boosie anyway. But I understand the part about Boosie being mad with the allegations. But so y'all, let me ask y'all a question. So Boosie baby mama, that a young beautiful little girl now, young lady, and she got the beautiful little baby. Is she young? Because she looked very young too. How old is Boosie baby mama? The pretty girl with the pretty baby. Because somebody says she young too. But I think she a young adult. But she's still young. But see, it's always a problem when a man or older man mess with a younger girl. Right. What happened with Boosie? What happened with Boosie is a young girl allegedly say that Boosie touched her when she was 5 years old. And now she's 35. I don't like Predator either, Queen Tracy. I don't like, wait, all of his kids' age probably. Wow. Let me tell you something. So I was on the phone and I was talking to, you know, a young lady. She like my daughter. Her mother is no longer here anymore. So we was talking about the situation with me and Cat Williams. And so my great grandmother was 16 and great grandfather was in his when I got pregnant. Wow. So, what I was about to say. But anyway, when that come back to me, I come back. I'll come back, man. TikTok have you putting posters together and all that. But anyway, a lot of us who've been violated, if we go back and tell the men that touched us, Elvis Presley married a 13-year-old. Oh, Cat Williams. Thank you, Queen. Thank you. So when I was telling my story about Cat Williams, and the reason why, my little, goddaughter, she told me, she said, because she called me mom, and sometimes she called me godmother. She said she don't think Cat Williams really meant no harm because when I was in a room with Cat Williams, and I know Cat Williams have adopted children, she what she said made a lot of sense. When the young lady was helping Cat Williams put his sock on. His sock got stuck in between his toes, and he snatched the sock from the young lady. Now, me myself, I am when it come down to abuse, any type of abuse toward a woman, I get flashbacks. I think about the things that my daddy did to women because my daddy was a pimp, and my daddy had like 6 women in the house, and he used to abuse them. So when I was in the room with Cat Williams, thank you, um, and he got mad and snatched the sock from the little girl. To me, she couldn't have been no more than if she was in her teens, 18, 19 or something like that, or maybe 18, 19 or something like that. And I know Cat Williams said he adopted a couple of children, but she was young. Wait, Queen, I'm gonna read your message, Sawanda. So my goddaughter said she think he ain't really meant no harm, and she said that the young lady could have been doing something to make him act like that, or she probably did something to make him treat her like that. Now, in my eyes, I don't know what happened. All I know is what I saw. I don't know what goes on in Cat Williams' house. All I know is me being in a hotel with him and the young girl and the other older lady. I know he didn't approve for the older lady sitting down talking to me because he don't know what we talked about. But he did get mad and had an attitude when I was talking, and the lady was supposed to come on stage after me or before me, and he didn't let her perform. So I took upon myself, and I felt some kind of way about the way he treated, I guess, his daughter or whoever the young girl was. And maybe I but maybe I did take it the wrong way, but I still felt some type of way because I felt like she was a young girl and she didn't deserve to be treated like that. But I don't know what made him feel like he feel and snatched the stock from her. And it could have been stuff that had been going on before I even came in the room. I don't know. But all I'm really the reason why my feelings are hurt with Cat Williams is because when everybody took their picture on stage, by me being in a wheelchair, I was down at the bottom of the stage, and I just felt some kind of way because I felt like Cat Williams should have made his security guard pick me up and put me on the stage so I could take a picture with all of them, like they put me on stage when I did the comedy show. And I just wish one day that, he put his pride aside and apologized to me because he really, 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 and maybe he'll probably never apologize to me. That's between him and God. I feel like he mistreated me, my nephew with me. I feel like they mistreated my nephew by telling my nephew she could come in, but you can't come in. So I went in the room and we discussed a lot of things in the room. And his bodyguards and all them was in the room. But he told me that my nephew couldn't come in the room. And I didn't understand because my nephew was there with me. But it's okay. But my little goddaughter told me she just felt like, I just took it the wrong way. But I don't think so. Us rolling to the arena. I guess he was mad because I didn't get on the tour bus. Us rolling to the arena. it's still not okay what he did. Nothing wrong with being kind. Right. Um, a lot of people, was lashing, and I got backlash because I talked about him as being Cat Williams. If they got a million people that love Cat Williams, quite naturally, they're gonna try to chew me up because they feel like, oh well, you should be happy that he gave you, the opportunity. You should be help. You should be happy that whatever. I supposed to. So in other words, the worldly people feel like no matter what he did, he still gave you opportunity. No matter who he is, still don't give him the right to mistreat nobody. That's where y'all got it twisted at in the world. See, at the end of the day, Cat Williams, nobody else validate me. Cat Williams don't take care of me. Nobody else don't take care of me. And at the end of the day, yeah, I feel some kind of way, and I still feel some kind of way. Because at the end of the day, if we were so cool and we was cool until I did them 2 shows with him, when he came to New Orleans several times after that, why he jumped off the stage one time and he hugged me, he waved at me when he see me. But at the end of the day, when you come to New Orleans, why, but you know what? Then they'll say, why are you looking for somebody? But at the end of the day, I just feel like a lot of celebrities that do stuff like comedy stuff and stuff like that, and when they come to our city, I just feel like they should choose some of our comedians from our city, even if it's not me. I feel like they should choose some of our people because Cat Williams go to a lot of different cities and he give a lot of people an opportunity, and I was one of them. He gave me an opportunity to be on tour. To be on tour. I mean, tour his. Let me slow down. He gave me an opportunity to be on stage twice with him. Right. Thank you, Queen. So at the end of the day, people just feel like, oh, well, he gave you a chance and all that kind of stuff. There, just because he gave me a chance, don't mean that he had to treat me the way he treated me. I paid for my own flight. I paid for my own hotel. Me and my nephew was out there. Me and my nephew rode on the beach. We rode on the beach. I think we was in Corpus Christi, Texas, or we was in San Antonio, Texas. We was in both of them. We rode to the arena while they was riding, and they passed us up. So at the end of the day, it's all kind of less stuff. I didn't have a contract, so I didn't pursue. I didn't trip on it because at the end of the day, he told me to go up there and do my thing, and that's exactly what I did. I went up there and did my thing. I ain't get booed or none of that. And he told me, he said, my last performance was better than the first performance. He did tell me that. He said, you cut up the last show. I was good. I was good the first show too, because if I wasn't good the first show, he wouldn't allow me to do the last show. So to God be the glory. Because if I would have, got booed or something like that, or people would have said I wasn't funny, he would have never allowed me to do the last show. See what I'm saying? But people do feel like because they celebrities or they people, that's their favorite people, whatever, they don't do no wrong. That's all over social media. When people love people, they feel like they don't do no wrong because they celebrities don't give them the right to treat people right. So a lot of people feel like, oh well, that's Cat Williams. And then after I came out with my and say how he treated me, his brother came on there and say and was talking about how he be lying about certain things with his daddy allegedly or whatever, and the daddy never mistreat him and all that kind of stuff or whatever. The brother was on there and people was showing that the brother saying that the brother looking for clout, saying that the brother just want money and all that kind of stuff. There, why people got to be looking for money all the time? Why people got to be lying all the time? Y'all be on the outside looking in, and every time it's one of y'all favorite celebrities or one of y'all favorite people that y'all like on social media, y'all don't give a damn if they say the sky is blue. If they say the sky is blue, which it is, y'all don't give a damn if they say it's purple. Y'all gonna go along to get along. And a lot of y'all like that. A lot of y'all like that. A lot of y'all go along to get along. But over here, it's the right string and the wrong yo-yo. I'm not going along to get along with nobody, Rand. I am not going along to get along with nobody. I would never lie on Cat Williams. I would never make false allegation on Cat Williams. It was me and my nephew. So people are entitled to their opinion and they are entitled to feel the way they want to feel. And I understand a lot of people saying, now, the difference between this allegation with Boosie and this young lady is the shit don't add up. But I can't say nothing where they say they came out and found out that she was lying. So since they found out she was lying, what's gonna be done about it? Is they gonna get us some help? Because lying is a disease. And when you lie like that and you involve people's lives, happy Thursday. Yeah. You TT, come over here on YouTube. So when you lie like that and you put allegations on somebody like that, that means if it's not true, that means you got mental issues. That means something is totally wrong with you. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, they really do have people that really, really lie. I know people that is a compulsive, habitual liar. I know people like that in the real life. I didn't saw people lie in my face and told me I did something I didn't do it. I said, you a damn lie. And it was like, well, I said, no, you're lying. I did not do that. How you gonna lie about me to me? Y'all gotta make it make sense. How you gonna lie about me to me? You telling me what I did and I'm telling you a damn lie. Now that's crazy. Got to be more careful. So I thank God that I'm still here to tell my story because they've been lying for decades. I'm just saying, just like somebody say, children tell the truth. And I was like, oh, wow. So in your mind, you think all children tell the truth? Children are children are reflections and a replicate of their parents. Maria. So when y'all tell y'all children a lie, and if a Jehovah come to the door, or if somebody come to the door or the phone ring, and you laying in the bed and you don't want to be bothered, and you tell that child, tell them I'm asleep, or tell them I'm not here, or her say her not here. So that's where the lie starts from right there. If you ever tell your child to tell a lie, now you won't get mad because they didn't turn out to be a liar. And now they even lying to you. Y'all got to practice what y'all preach. You want to call your little girl, your little boy a liar. Have you ever thought about where they got the line from? I'll be on this platform telling y'all a darn lie if I tell y'all I ain't never lied. And who else on here gonna say, I ain't never lied, and I'm gonna tell you you're a darn lie. Some of us lie and don't have to lie. I just realized that, girl, you ain't gotta lie. Keep being who you are. Keep telling the truth. A lot of people that's on social media that y'all love be lying in y'all face, and y'all love it. And when a person telling the truth, y'all call them a hater. If I tell you the truth about yourself, you're going to get mad with me and stop talking to me. But people could go around talking about you. But if I tell you what the people say, now you mad with me. Y'all got to make it make sense. And the shit don't make sense. Because at the end of the day, if it had been one of my girls and she put up her allegations and saying somebody touched her when she was 5, Boosie wouldn't have to be looking for her. If I was Boosie and somebody accused me of touching them, I ain't calling nobody and tell them, look, I'll give you this. I'll give you a certain amount of money. If they go find them, nah, we ain't doing that. I'm going to gas up my car and I'm going to get my workers, my bodyguards, whoever. First of all, if I got the face, I already got the name and I already know. But you could put a face, you could put a name with a face and you could put it in a database and they name, their address, and all that's going to pop up. Duh! I'm just saying. Boosie, we ain't got as much money as you have. And Lord, forgive me because I do, because my father's rich. But at this point, Boosie, you don't need to be offering nobody no money to find nobody when you Boosie badass. Clock that T. Because I'm Ann Mays. The little one, not the big one. And if it had been my daughter, a granddaughter, and be held to tell a captain. Hmm. Ain't nowhere in the world I'm gonna sit around here and hear my little daughter that's now 35 years old, and now telling me somebody touched her. We're gonna have that conversation, and I'm gonna ask you why you didn't tell me, and I want a valid reason why you didn't tell me. Because somebody about to get hurt. And it ain't gonna be me. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Alicia Wanda, let me read your comment. I ain't forgot about your queen. Y'all be trying to meet. I be trying to read people comments because you don't want people to believe that you be ignoring them. Shawanda, where's your comment? Boosie came on live and he said, talk to his lawyer and the girl family. The family said she have mental issues, but they willing to go to court with him to speak with a judge. Wait. Hold up. Hold up, TikTok. Hold up, YouTube. Let me read that again. Y'all, listen. I'm on Facebook. I'm on YouTube and TikTok. So TikTok don't go nowhere. Y'all, listen. All right. Boosie came on live and said he talked to his lawyer and the girl's family. The family said she have mental issues, but they willing to go to court with him to speak with a judge. Speak with a judge for what? I thought y'all said we had a statutory. I thought y'all said in 10 years. So shit just not adding up. So I'm gonna read the bottom part again. Willing to go to court with him to speak with a judge. Speak with a judge for the allegations or charges. Because I'm confused. Hold up, let me read it again, y'all. Let me read the other part. What you said. All right. All right. I'm going to read it one more again, y'all. One more again. Lisa. Where is that? Where is that? Because this don't sound right. All right. Where is that? Y'all bear with me. See how I can read now? Girl, one time I couldn't even read. All right. So God be the glory. Where is that? Here you go, right here. All right, y'all. I'm going to read it one more again for my TikTok fans, for Lisa, and for y'all on YouTube. That's not exactly what he said, Charlene. So I'm reading from this right here, right? What he said, Charlene. So Shawanda said on Facebook, hey, Queen, Boosie came on live and said he talked to his lawyer and the girl family said she have mental issues. And she have mental issues, but willing to go to the courthouse with him to speak to a judge. Speak to the judge for what? Make me understand that we got a statutory of 10 years, Tyra. If we got a statutory of 10 years, what a judge need to be involved for? And why the family saying they're willing to go to the courthouse to speak to a judge? What's the purpose of going to a courthouse? That's where I'm trying to understand what is the purpose of going to the courthouse when Louisiana have a 10-year statutory law. So did she put charges or did they file charges on him or not? Because we never heard of him being arrested for it. So why is the family saying they're willing to go to court with him to speak to a judge. So what y'all saying is that the judge, or they was gonna put charges on him, and it's supposed to happen decades ago. She said she was five. I know that part. So from what I can understand, they say Booster talked to the family today. So what I'm trying to understand, if he talked to the family and they say they're willing to go to and talk to the judge for him, talk to the judge for what? The family did say she have mental issues. All right. So if she got mental issues, her issues was in that mental for her to come on social media and put false allegations. And I ain't gonna say that because that is a mental issue. So why is it the family saying that they're willing to go speak in front of judge? See, now this, what the family saying, making me think in their mind, they feel like she telling the truth. I don't get it. Let me see. Let me read what you post. Let me see what you post. Well, wait, y'all. Read what you post. All right. You said, hold up, y'all. I'm trying to read. Can you stop creepers real? Can you stop typing so? And I'm trying. We on some real stuff, and you talking about something else. The family said, wait. The family said she has mental issues and always been crazy about Boosie. Go to court. Wait, listen, y'all. The family said she has mental issues and always been crazy about Boosie. Go to court. What? I guess to sue. Who gonna sue? Oh, they'll go to court, so he won't sue her. Why would he sue a person that have a mental capacity? And what he gonna get out of a mental patient? So go to court for what? She is mentally, and ain't nothing you could get, and you can't even charge the family because she incompetent. She she delusional. She might be paranoid schizophrenia. It's nothing nobody can sue nobody because at the end of the day, she is mental ill. I wouldn't even try to follow suit on somebody that have mental problems. All you got to do is just let the world know that this young lady was delusional. Thank you, King. And something not right with our Kingston. All they have to do is do that and close case. That's a closed shut case. So all the other shit is crazy. But what happened with the stalker? Because we heard about the stalker for a little bit and we ain't hear no more. So what's going on with the stalker brawl? Because at one time I thought the stalker brawl lady, I thought the stalker lady and a young girl was the same people. And when we heard about the stalker lady, and then after the stalker lady, then we heard about the allegations. So it's a lot of stuff that I'm trying to see. Shit just ain't. I just don't know what to say. This shit is crazy. But at the end of the day, our topic for today is if you've been touched, don't wait 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years like they did with Bill Cosby and all them say he been touching them and all that kind of stuff. And the man is and they know why would they put the charge on him? Thank you, Kingston. Why would they put the charge on somebody that's you don't know how long they got to live? And to me, as me being 59, I've been saying a lot of stuff that been going on in the world. And I think a lot of people got caught up with selling their soul. I think a lot of people sold their soul to the devil. And people, when they can't control you anymore, they send all kind of people at you to bring you down. The question is why, but they did it. The regret is waiting so long to come forward. It's crazy. Yeah, you're right, Queen. So listen, let me say this. Let me say this to y'all. What if the guy, I'm gonna say this, that touched me when I was 14? What if he became famous and rich and got a whole lot of money? Would I still tell somebody he touched me? Nope. Nope. And the reason why I'm not gonna tell nobody he was the one that touched me, because if they gonna do the same shit that y'all doing now, some of y'all, they're gonna say, well, why she waited all these years and why is she just not coming out with it? And I'll be damned if I do, and I'll be damned if I don't. I could be telling the truth, and I am, but y'all, they got women out there, just because they don't like another woman, they're gonna say she telling a damn lie. And she was obsessed with him. But at the same time, I just asked y'all a question. If I saw this guy and he was rich, and I answered my own question, and he had a lot of money, and I remember what he did, I would want to tell somebody, but I try to avoid him from being around. That not now to be honest with y'all, that'll put me in a messed up situation. They'll say the same thing to me. When kids are being abused, could make them remember an incident. Right? So, so y'all don't think if the man that touched me at 14, because he was a man, and say I find out he's a millionaire, a billionaire, that's something that I got to deal with. I'm either going to tell the world to save some other young girls, or either I'm going to keep it to myself. And keeping it to myself means that I'm opening the door to allow him to violate other young girls, even though he's an older man. So either I'm going to tell what happened, and I got to tell why I didn't tell nobody. Because if I get on this platform and see this man that got all this money touch me, you know what the women gonna say? Oh, she just want the money. She just doing it because that man have money and all that. Why she ain't been said that? Wow. 90% of the women is gonna have something negative to say. And they're gonna say, she lying. Especially if it's the women that don't like you. They're gonna say, girl, she lying. Just like R. Kelly, I'm gonna say it again. A lot of them young ladies that he was sleeping with, their parents know he was sleeping with them. But they jumped on the bandwagon when it was time for other people to sue him, and they got their little currents. And that's where the word come in and say, what profits a man to gain a whole world and lose their soul? Right now, people losing their soul for $1. Right now, people don't give a damn how they get $1. They want it, and they gonna get it. All means necessary. That's not the life I live. That's not the life that I live. So, all us women, if that happened to you, and it have happened to me, and then Queen on here happened to her at 13, and then it happened to somebody else at 14. So now we are adults. So we came to the internet and we told the world, you say you was violated at 13? You say you was violated at 14 or 13 too? I say I was violated at 14. 90% of the women gonna say we telling a damn lie. They're gonna say all the women, the majority of the women is gonna be the ones to be against one another. Thank you, Tyra. You know why they're gonna be against? Because they're not worrying about you being violated. They're not worrying about how somebody violated your innocence. You know what they're worrying about? Your pizzazz. They weren't about your beauty. They weren't about what you got on. They weren't about how you smell. They weren't about how you look. So jealousy steps in. And when jealousy steps in their mind, jealousy take control, a spirit of jealousy take control of their mind. And in their mind, they're going to say, oh, ain't nobody never touch her. Nobody ain't never did that. I told them I slept. I told them I messed with a man at 15 years old, and everybody know. And he ain't never came on my page and say he ain't slept with me, and none of his family ain't never said I was lying. Because they know when they was going to school, I was at their house with their brother. And I had to go hurry up and go home and get dressed for school because I was supposed to be in school. I got to ask with me for all that. So there's a lot of us women that been violated, that been touched. So you mean to tell me if we come out with our story now, they're going to go get all the ones that then touched us? I'm just asking for myself, not for a friend. And I'm older and I'm wiser. And I take accountability for having my fast, hot ass somewhere where I shouldn't have been. And I know somebody's saying, don't fault yourself. But I was young and dumb. And I was going along to get along. And stuff that happened to me, I ain't never even told my mom. Not even to this day. When she'll go to work, tell us don't be outside. We would sneak outside. They ain't had no cell phones. They ain't had no trackers. They ain't had no cameras. She was working at Tulane Medical Center. And she was going to Moelis Beauty College in the night ward. And while she was doing all that, me and Worman would sneak outside. He'd go outside and play football, and I'd go outside and supposed to be outside playing with the girls and all that kind of stuff. And I got violated in the hallway. So what y'all gonna say? I'm lying? And we did know better. So what y'all gonna say? I'm lying? I had a baby at 16. I got pregnant at 15. Wow. I'm gonna say it again. I got pregnant at 15. So when you're 15, you consider as a what? Come on, somebody. When you 15, you consider as a what? A minor, a child. I'm just saying. Y'all ain't got to answer the question for me. Thank you, Queen Tara, because I already knew. When you sleep with a 14, a 15, a 16, in the law, that's a minor. So that means I had a baby as a child. I got pregnant at 15. I had a baby at 16. I was violated at 14. And y'all be around here, women jealous of other women. What about us women that's mentally scarred? What about all the women that's out there that been violated and they had a mama saying, stop being a teller. And you better now I'm going to work and don't open that door for nobody. I don't give a damn who it is. And you didn't listen. So you opened the door and you got violated. And the reason why you ain't never said nothing, because you ain't want to get in trouble. We live in that life right now. They got some children right now, some young girl right now that's home babysitting her sisters and brothers and the stepdaddy there. And he violating her right now as we speaking right now. And she's scared to tell her mama because the mama gonna feel like, oh, she be walking around with her little tight shorts. The mama gonna make her feel like it's her fault. Hey, my daughter, the mama gonna make her feel bad because your husband or your significant other or your man looking at your young daughter, but you mad with your daughter. Wow. They got a young girl going through that right now with her mama because her mama got another man and it ain't her daddy. And when the mama not there, he be watching her and looking at her and lusting over her. And they got some young girl, the stepdaddy already done touch your daughter. And in her mind, you ain't gonna believe her anyway. In her mind, you gonna put her out and chose him over her. And then we got some daughters that lies. Some daughters might not like the stepdaddy. Some daughters might be jealous of the mama having another man around when she used to it being you, her, and the brother or the family. And now you got a man around and not the daughter mad. Somebody's dealing with that right now and put a false allegation on their stepdaddy. All because they jealous of the relationship that their mama had because it always been them and their mother, and now it's them, their mother, and the stepdaddy. That's all I'm saying. But a lot of things, the title of my book is Fault No One But Self. Don't let that go over your head. I'm going to say it again. Thank y'all for the likes. The title of my book is Fault No One But Self. And a lot of y'all, hey Queen, hey Kate, a lot of y'all pointing the finger at him, them, her, him, when you got to take that same finger and turn it around and point it back at yourself. You can't fault nobody but you. Behind every action, there's a reaction. And a lot of y'all know a lot of stuff that didn't happen. And a lot of us gonna go to our grave with some stuff that didn't happen in our life. Because you damn if you do, and you damn if you don't. If you tell, it's gonna be a problem. If you don't tell, it's still gonna be a problem. So a lot of young women that been violated, you know why they ain't come forward? Because you know what a lot of women gonna say? Oh, they sound like they lying. Or she lying. Or why she got in the car with him? And why she ain't do this? And why? So let me say this to a lot of y'all. None of us don't know what we would do until we be put in that situation. A lot of y'all say never. I ain't gonna never do this. Ain't no man gonna never abuse me. Ain't no woman gonna never cheat on me. Ain't no woman, I ain't gonna never let no woman play with me like, wow. How many of y'all could say never? How many of y'all could say never? Because at one time, I could have said I'd never get the disease. I never thought I'd be in a situation that I'm in now. But guess what? Only the strong survive. And he said, I will put no more on you than I know you can bear. So everything he allowed to happen to me, he knew I can bear. He left me here for a purpose, a reason, and a season. And my purpose is to be here talking to y'all, encouraging y'all. So when I ask y'all to share my video, I'm asking y'all to share for somebody that really need to hear. Somebody that's going through right now. Somebody that has been violated. Somebody that has been touched. A lot of women around the world gonna be on my platform. All type of women. Women, phenomenal women with money. Women ain't willing to throw me to the wolves because they jealous of me. Women that got money, women that's willing to stand for something instead of nothing. Women ain't looking at what I got on. Women that's willing to bless another woman no matter how much money she got. That's the type of women that God gonna have me surrounded with. Women that don't look down on me because I'm in a wheelchair. Women that's not insecure about me being around a man, even though I'm in a wheelchair. I'm just saying, I would never violate another woman because I'm a woman. I would never discredit another woman because I'm a woman. Y'all drag for other women. Y'all talk about other women. And I have did it too. But right now, in these times and days, I'm not putting my mouth on nobody. I got granddaughters. I got grandsons. And you got to watch the words that come out your mouth because that is in the power of the tongue. So certain things you speak on somebody else's life, somebody will come along and speak that on your life too. You could speak something about somebody else's daughter, somebody else's son, and you just spoke that into your own life. I'm saying I've been victimized. I've been victimized. And yeah, I'm telling y'all this, and yeah, it been 49 years, but I ain't never told nobody. I ain't gonna say I ain't tell nobody. I told somebody, but I ain't tell the world. And after a young girl virginity then been took away, then down there she start feeling herself. You know, like the older people say, you smelling yourself after you didn't been broken in. That's like sperm milk. It's time for you. Now you're gonna open your legs. Now you feel like you're getting a little urge down there. Once somebody then violates you and took your innocence, they already made you feel some type of way. Now you're gonna go and be you want that feeling again, even if it hurt. Even if it hurt. And a lot of young girls been looking for love in all the wrong places. So if you got a young daughter, young granddaughter, young cousin, young niece, and ain't nobody talking to her, nobody showing the love, grab her before the streets grab her. Because if the streets grab her, it ain't gonna be nothing nice. And the streets ain't gonna play with her. Talk to your sons and your daughters. They taking boys innocent too. So that means you gotta talk to your son and your daughter. And a lot of y'all parents, y'all got children that sleep in the bed with y'all, in between y'all. At the end of the day, y'all got to be very mindful. Children are curious. They are very curious. They might accidentally touch you somewhere and they want to eventually want to know, Daddy, what that is? Or Mama, what that is down there? So y'all got to be very mindful when y'all got the children in the bed and y'all sleep next to one another and y'all think little Sally right here is sleeping or little George right here is sleeping and y'all start humping and riding. Children know how to make believe. Children know how to act like they sleeping and all the while they looking at y'all humping. So when children get old enough and they old enough to know wrong from right and they know somebody doing something, they shouldn't see it because they gonna try it even if it's one little two hump. Certain things children shouldn't even hear or see. But if you and your spouse, y'all got the little children in the bed and they sleeping and y'all doing y'all a nasty and they pop up and wake up and see y'all, y'all don't think they gonna try that because they curious. So when they get to a certain age, ain't nothing wrong with them having their own room. Especially if you and your husband in the bed together, even if y'all in that bed together and the child is over there. It's the mom or the dad and the child. Y'all should just hold that. If y'all body hot, take the child, carry them into another room. If they sleeping. Because after half of the time, these young kids, they don't be sleeping. Kids know how to fake sleep. They know how to play like they sleeping. And they act like they don't know what y'all doing. They really don't know what y'all doing. All they see is y'all on top of one another, humping and all that. So y'all don't think in their little minds that one day they're gonna try to get on top of a baby doll or whatever it is and start humping. Y'all got to be very mindful of the things that y'all do around children. And then y'all be like, I wonder where she learned that from. I wonder where you learned that from. Y'all, all the howling and screaming and all that. Y'all, just like the same thing. They had the little trend on TikTok. The little trend on TikTok is, I'm gonna drop y'all on Facebook too. I'm just gonna have one platform because y'all not gonna be playing games with me either. But anyway, they had the little trend on TikTok where the parents tell the children, I'm gonna give you one time to say a cuss word. And you can say a cuss word, but you can't never say a cuss word again. Let me say this. I'm not gonna say nothing bad because people do what they want to do and how they want to do it with their children. But if you tell your child, first of all, we shouldn't be cussing like that around our children. We shouldn't give them a red flag, a green light, the curse. Because I think a lot of y'all think just because y'all gave them uh, a red, I mean, a green light to curse that time, do y'all think in y'all mind, the majority of the children y'all gave that green light go the curse? So y'all think they ain't gonna curse again? My King, hey Brandon. So in y'all mind, y'all think those children is not gonna cuss again? Well, let me tell you something. Y'all told them they could cuss one time, they gonna cuss again. Because they gonna remember you gave them an open invitation to cuss, and they gonna cuss again. They just know better just not to cuss around you. But you gave them a green light. So back to my book. My book is title. My book is Fault No One But Who? Self. A lot of y'all can't get mad when y'all children act some kind of way. Because our children are a reflection of us. Our children are a replicate of us. Why y'all gonna get mad about your daughter or your son that's constantly lying? How y'all gonna get mad? I'm just saying. How you mad at your daughter? How you mad at your son? How you gonna call your son and your daughter a liar when that's all you do is lie? Out of the mouths of babes. But if you teach a child something, if they could remember all the cuss words, they should remember every word in the book. Teach them the books. See if they can put a book in front of them and teach them the word in the book, the words in the book. Close the book, go back the next day or two, and ask them what the words was in the book. See if they're gonna remember the words in the book like they remember you cussing them out and using out profanity. See if they're gonna remember you telling them how to spell boy, girl. See if they're gonna remember that. How they remember the cuss words. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It's a lot of things that we bring up on ourselves. And we have the tendency to want to fault other people. Oh, she did that. He did that. Like I talked to one of my sisters that live in Jersey, Jocelyn. And her and I was talking and she said, I said that I never did anything before to hurt my children. So while she was talking, I said I should have said I never did anything intentionally to hurt my children. So being intentionally means that we can hurt our children without knowing we hurt their feelings. Our children are so sensitive. We could say something in the wrong way, they're gonna take it and run with it. To them, that's hurting them. But in our mind, we feel like we ain't did nothing to hurt them. And we thinking if we ain't never beat them bad, we ain't never mistreat them, we always took care of them, we clothed them, we fed them, we did everything we were supposed to do as a parent. But we not taking accountability of the things that we did, not knowing we hurt them in ways that we didn't even know we hurt them. So a lot of us probably hurt our kids and not intentionally knowing that we really hurt them. So it made a lot of sense. I probably did hurt my kids in a lot of ways, but not intentionally. So I rephrased that. And there's a lot of things that our kids, a lot of ways they didn't hurt us. And in their mind, they didn't hurt us because they don't know. In their mind, they feel like them mistreating us ain't nothing to them because they don't feel the way we feel. Until their children do it to them, they feel like not buying us nothing for holidays don't mean nothing to them until the holiday come around with their children old enough to do the same thing to them. They might feel like when birthday come around, it's just your birthday and feel like they shouldn't buy you a card. It's the little things. See, they don't feel the way we feel. So the only way they're gonna feel the way we feel is when their children do the same thing they did to us, do it to them. And sure as there's Jehovah up above, everything that y'all ever did to y'all parents, including me, we had to get that back. I used to talk back. I always felt like I was, I just used to feel like my mama used to show favoritism. Hey, Cherry, hey, Queen. And I always speak my mind. So, so y'all got me in my mind. It's not my, when I feel some type of way, um, I just feel like some of y'all probably feel. Thank you, Queen. Like some of y'all probably feel like your mama treat your siblings better than they treat you, and you feel like you the underdog or whatever. But I'm saying that to say every day, I mean everything that I ever did, not knowingly, because at one time I didn't know talking back to my mama wasn't right. Nobody never told me, like I be telling a lot of y'all youngsters, that the words say honor thy mother, thy father, or thy days will be longer. We was raised Catholic. So I never knew when it came down to being disrespectful, being disobedient, that you can shorten your days. As time went on and I got older and I started going to Baptist churches and they started talking about, the Ten Commandments and they started talking about, the mothers and the fathers and they started talking about, adultery and all those things. I never knew until I started going to church with my children. But coming up, my mom would say something and she would beat me with a belt or a extension cord or whatever. And I always had the last word. And if I got the last word, I'm getting a whipping again. So I didn't got beat with brooms. I didn't got beat with extension cord. I didn't got beat shoes. Whatever she put her hand on, if I talk back, she told me off the bone. Thank God I'm still alive, all the ass whippings I got. They probably would have put her under the jail back then. But that back then, it wasn't against the law to whip your child behind. Now, if they apply that same energy to these children today, somebody is going to jail. And I thank God that to know better is to do better. I'm older now. I'm wiser now. I know better now. Even though right now, as me being 59 years old, I would never disrespect my mom. Yeah, we wasn't allowed to express ourselves back then. You still got the marks on your body, Cherry? Wow. See, we got whippings. Even when I went to junior high school, when PE time, or I did something in school, my teacher was Mr. Thibodeau. I remember my teacher. On your own? Oh wow. I remember um the coach was Mr. Perry, I think. I think it's like the Perry. But I got beat with the pattern. And the pattern in junior high school was a homemade pattern that you bend over and you get hit hard, and not by a woman, by a man. They hit my tail so hard I couldn't even sit down at PE. So yeah, back nail, yeah, it's the back nail, yeah. So a lot of us got chastised. Y'all getting away with a lot of stuff. I can't say what I really want to say. I want to. Y'all getting away with a lot of stuff that we never got away with. I did too. Happened to me by the principal. Or the principal beat you, Queen. Oh wow. See, we got stories. The stuff that they doing now, we couldn't do none of that. When the lights came on, what we did, Queen, shine. What we did in high school, wow. We when the lights came on, we had to go inside. I love you more. We had to go inside when the lights came on. We gonna run and make it home just before the lights come on, or we gonna get ass with it, or we gonna get a whipping. We got bumps and bruises. I never forget. I got kicked. I got beat. She beat me with a extension cord, and when I was crying, and then she gave me something else to cry for. Y'all got paddled by the principal, Jacqueline. Wow. Well, Miss Lloyd was the good principal, and they called Miss Lloyd Milk Legs. But the PE teacher, oh, he hit me with the powder, and it hurt. But a lot of y'all, these little girl mamas smoke with them. They do and think they their friends. They do. So we really, that's why I say we could sit down, extension cord. Yeah, I got beat with extension cord. I got beat with a broom. I got beat with a shoe. I got kicked from opening my mouth. I got popped in the mouth from taking up from my brother Warren. All that and above. Right now, in these times now, our mamas and daddy will be under the jail. A switch off the tree too, Lisa. Our mamas and our daddies will be under the jail. The men that violated us decades ago will be under the jail. And I think it's so many men and so many people that then violated young people to a lot of people be in jail. And our mouth probably will drop if we could have been a wall I mean a fly on the wall to tell who was messing with underage children. Your mom washed you in the head with a can? Oh wow. Wow. And if we cried after we got our ass whipping, oh you still crying? Snot could be running down your nose with the tears at the same time. And shut your damn mouth. I'm gonna give you something to cry for. And guess what? You're trying to hold it in, but it's under my breath. I didn't say it. I hated my mama so many times. I'm gonna hate her. When she get hit by a bus. No, said all that. And guess what? The more I cried, the more I got hit again. What you said? I ain't said nothing. Lower your verse. That's why I be hollering. I'm like, I ain't even said nothing. You ain't, oh, you getting smart? Man, don't smack your teeth. Girl, we smack our teeth. Oh, you smacking your teeth? Or she gonna come at you like the Matrix. That's why I'm paranoid schizophrenia right now, mentally. Cause I was beat. I really was beat. And I thank God that I am very respectful. And it's sad to see it took me years and years and years. And don't say, yeah, nothing either. It took me years and years and years to realize that all them years, but he say, forgive them because they know not what they do. So we can't beat ourselves up and fault ourselves for talking back because we ain't know no better. If nobody ain't never taught us, smack the teeth. Right. Yeah. Uh-huh. Smacking the teeth gonna get your tooth knocked out. And like these kids today, I be looking in the grandmothers today is punk ass grandmother. I be saying, well, goddamn, when we was coming up, we couldn't do none of that. These children be punching the walls. These children be cussing. These children be slamming doors. They be breaking shit. And we couldn't do none of that. We couldn't do none of that. And I thank God that I ain't know no better. We ain't know no better. We ain't know talking back it was gonna catch up with us. We ain't know nothing about that because nobody never taught me that. I'm so grateful for our upbringing too, Shepard. We ain't know nothing about that. Nobody ain't sit down and teach us what the words say, what the Bible say, and all that. We had to learn stuff on our own. Some of us. When I had homework, my mom ain't sit down and help me with no homework. No, we couldn't even. Girl, sit on the sofa. I wish you would. Girl, we couldn't sit on the sofa. You better sit on the floor and cross your legs and eat that spaghettis and meatball. No, the spaghettis and what they call it, meat sauce. That and then you're eating out a plastic bowl with all the grease around the goddamn bowl, and then they won't have the nerve to tell you to wash the dishes. Then you wash the dishes, and the red from the gravy is still stuck on the bowl. After you wash the bowl 2 or 3 times, it's still greasy from the grease. Clock that tea. We couldn't even go in the living room, period, at all. Our life was rough. And they thinking we been traumatized. They traumatize us and then have the nerve to be sitting back and want to tell their story. No, girl, you want to tell a story, tell your friends and tell your old man who you in love with how you abused your authority as being a family. Your elder sister got hit in the head. I know you lying with a skillet and a wet towel. Lord, don't ever get beat with a towel. Don't ever get beat with a wet towel. Because that darn sure gonna leave some wraps on you. I'm just saying. The dishwashing liquid. That's why we create. Right, girl, getting beat with a belt. But I believe a wet towel is worse than a belt. If you get beat with a wet towel, that's worse than a belt. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So y'all letting these kids today get away with stuff that we never got away with. And that's why they disrespect y'all the way that they do. Oh yeah, they'll wait till we got out the tub. Whenever we get out the tub, they be waiting. But nowadays, if they beat their grandchildren, or nowadays if they beat the children, right now somebody gonna call. Now I told my mom I was gonna call the police on her. She said, "Nah, let me call them for you." And if the police came, I know my mama gave my brother Werman, a call for his graduation when he graduated from Clark. and her and him got mad and they fell out. My brother, my mama had an LTD, and Warren fixed that car. He put a new steering wheel in the car. He put rims on the car. Warren had that car looking so beautiful. When she got mad with the boy, she said, "Bring me my car back." Warren took the tires, all four of the tires off the car. He took the steering wheel off the car and told her, "Your car, there go your car right there." And I took her for him, and she beat me for taking her for him. Hey, Queen. Hey, Joy. I got an ass whipping for taking her for Warren. She gave the boy the car, and she wanted the car back. And I was trying to tell her she was wrong. And she said, "Since you're taking up for your brother, you get out too." So I got put out for taking up for Warren. You say you was going to run away, and you got a whipping for that too, huh? That part right there. And they tell you, don't run, you can walk. And open, and then they had the nerve to open the door for you. You won't go? Go. Well, why, if you tell me to run away and you tell me I could walk, why are you calling everybody looking for me? If you told me to walk, you told me don't run away, walk. But now you're on the phone calling your mama, calling everybody, telling everybody what I did. And now you're trying to find me. But you the one told me to leave. I'm just saying. How you gonna whip me and tell me don't cry? You gotta make it make sense. Because a lot of shit back then ain't make no sense. You whip my ass with a stanchion cord and gonna tell me don't cry. Like that shit didn't hurt. I had whaps all on the arms, all on the back, and they're gonna tell me to stay home the next day so the teacher wouldn't see him. That's how many whaps I had all over my body. And they're gonna try to butter you up and try to butter you up by getting you something. And just forgot that you just beat my ass with a stanchion cord. Got to be more careful. I'm just saying. How you gonna beat me after that? And then after you beat me, you gonna tell me you better not cry. What I supposed to do if it's hurting? These parents don't do anything to these kids now. Just no right at all. Yeah, the homes is different, and the grandmothers is different too. Trust me, they're different. The children, if they don't want to eat what's cooked, they going to Cane's, they going to Rallies, they going to Popeyes. I ain't seen so many people in my life spend so much money on fast food. And now that they have Uber Eat, they got the children ordering the Uber Eat. Yeah, the grandmothers ain't mamas, ain't grandmas, they friends. The children got their own credit card to order Uber Eat. The children got their own cell phone, 16. Every year they get a phone, and some of them don't deserve it. Some of them got expensive clothes and shoes, and they don't deserve it. Some of them got $1,000 shoes, Balenciagas. Some of them got Pradas, and they got all that shit. And at the end of the day, you ain't even pay all your bills. But you want to be your daughter or your son's friend. So anything that they ask you for, you buying it because you want to be their friend, and you don't want them mad with you, and you trying to prove a point to your friends that got more money than you. So you robbing Peter to pay Paul. You said they having phones at 8? No, they having phones at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My grandbaby's 2 years old and she got a phone. My grandson too. All my grandchildren got phones. They got better phones than me. And right. And then when they go to school, they don't know the ABC. My granddaughter is very, very smart. All my grandchildren are smart. I'm not gonna lie. They say they got cell phones and all that kind of stuff there. They teach them. They go to school, and I ain't gonna brag and say I ain't gonna lie and say that they don't know. They is very smart. So my head goes off to my son and my daughter-in-laws and my children. My head goes off to them because they do teach their children. I'm just saying. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna get up here and lie and say that those children got cell phones and they don't know their schoolwork. They do. We had to eat what was cooked. That part. If you don't eat what is cooked, is at the table, you ain't gonna eat nothing. And if you ask for something, you better do what? If you ask for something, y'all, what you better do? If you ask for it, you better eat it. And don't move until you eat it out. Right around. We couldn't get up from the table until all the food is gone. Whether it's bloody chicken, whether it's something that you don't, whether it's a pancake with no syrup, with no jelly, peanut butter with no jelly, bread with no meat. If you ask for 2 slices of bread, you're going to eat both slices. Hey, Queen, whatever you ask for, you better eat it. That's the life we live. And at the end of the day, we know when it's time for us to get an ass whipping. We gonna prepare ourselves because we know we did something we ain't had no business doing. I'm just saying, thank you, Queen. I'm just saying. Now the children of the world today is ridiculous. The mamas, the daddies, all of them is getting high with the children. I'm just saying, I ain't bragging, y'all, and I ain't trying to degrade and talk down on nobody. But if I was a person that smoked marijuana, it would not be with none of my children, my nieces, my nephews, none of them. We're not getting familiar like that because I don't want you to feel that you can disrespect me. I got certain nieces and nephews that play with me, and at the end of the day, certain things they know how far to go. I'm not gonna let you disrespect me, and I'm not gonna disrespect you. So we're gonna keep it like that. A lot of y'all think that shit is cute when these children be cussing the parent out. That shit is not cute when you're in public. When you're out there in the streets, that is embarrassing. Hey, money, hey, cousin. That is very embarrassing. So a lot of y'all that's out there, y'all think that shit cute until y'all be in the public and they embarrass you. It ain't gonna no longer be cute. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm on here every day. All I'm trying to do is make a difference in somebody else's life. Someone needs to tell the truth. This old school right versus new school, right? But at the end of the day, let me tell y'all what they doing. They stereotyping a lot of, say like if they got a young person and they popular, don't y'all know they will listen more to them than they'll listen to me? But let me tell you the difference between me and them. I'm gonna save their soul. I'm gonna say something to save their life. I'm gonna say something inspiring. That's why when I'm on live and I'm an inspiration, I'm a motivational speaker. I be listening to people when they be talking about other people. No, I don't have millions of views right now. I don't have millions of followers right now. Well, just hold up, wait a minute. They coming. They coming. Because each and every one of us have to get to the point to where he gonna allow something to happen. Well, they gonna be saying, man, I need to go and hear what Miss Ann talking about. Because everything Miss Ann said come to pass. They coming. They coming like a thief in the night. Because destruction gonna come up on all of them with those big platforms who leading people astray. If God give you up, let me tell y'all something. The enemy have his platform, and God have his people. That's why he said there's good and there's evil. My platform is good. They got other platforms that's evil. And what I mean by when I say evil, I mean they on there fighting. They on there, going back and forward. They on there talking about sex. They're on there talking about sucking. They're on there talking about everything about someone platform is negative. And negativity is selling right now. But in a minute, Jehovah gonna flip this trip. Because all the negative that people have been going through, they're gonna need to hear something positive. Because all of them they're gonna be going through. And they're gonna realize that they need to receive something. Because in their mind right now, they're not understanding about life. Something is gonna happen in their life. And guess what? They're gonna be looking for positive. They all gonna be running over here because they gonna remember I said one thing and they left off of my platform. But he gonna whisper in their ear and they gonna run over here because they gonna need to hear a word. The wealth of the wicked is laid up for the just. And only what you do for Christ gonna last. I know that. Because when I was in the world, they stole all the worldly shit. When I was in the world, I was doing worldly things. Now I'm not in the world no more. I'm in the world, but I'm not of the world. And when you no longer be of the world, the enemy don't like that. But long as I keep on working, because he said faith without work is dead. I'm going to keep on working and I'm going to keep on keeping on. I'm going to keep on sharing my wisdom. I'm going to keep on delivering the message. He gave me a message because I am the messenger. No, he the messenger and I'm delivering the message. So long as I keep on living for him and drawing closer to him and knowing that I am an imperfect woman, he gonna constantly keep on blessing me in the front of my enemies. He be blessing me right in front of their face, and you know what they trying to figure out? How she get that? How she now I done been working 30, 40, 50 years and I got a good job and I'm making this and this and that and I can't afford. You know why? You ain't me and I'm not you and your heart is not like mine. And I know who I am and whose I am. I'm just saying. See, when Satan give you stuff, Satan be like, you know what? I'm gonna let him have it. I'm gonna let the world believe that they got that. I'm gonna make the world believe like they got it going on. A lot of us and a lot of y'all be on the outside looking in. So y'all being deceived by a lot of immaterial things because some of y'all don't know no better. But a woman like me that done been there, done that, see, I can tell y'all I've been a millionaire several times. See, somebody on here will say, well, I ain't never been a millionaire. Hold up. How old are you? So if say like if I'm 59. Let me break it down to y'all how I've been a millionaire so many times. I have jacked people out of thousands of dollars. I have robbed out of thousands of dollars. I had so much money in my days. So I'm 59 years old. I then saw a couple of millions. I didn't gave it away. I didn't bless people with cars. I didn't bless them with clothes. I didn't bless them with money and all the immaterial things. I got it unjustifiable. The enemy took his stuff back. But everything that God has for me is for keep. Everything that I want my blessings to come from Jehovah. I don't want my blessings to come from me tearing nobody down. Because I did that already. I jacked. I did all that. I had men running out the hotel with nothing on because I didn't took their pants, their wallet and everything, their money and everything. I did that. That was the old end. Now I'm renewed. So old things are passed away. I'm renewed. So the things I used to do, I don't do no more. And I'm going to work on me going off when somebody call themselves trying to play with me. It ain't what I say, it's how I say it. So I got to start ignoring ignorant people when they say ignorant stuff. See what I'm saying? But I'm growing and I come a long way. So I can talk about what I used to do. And when they come on my platform and they be saying stuff where I'm glad Ann ain't the old Ann, that's a blessing to me. I said, Lord, I thank you. I fought so hard to get to where I'm at now. I thought I wasn't going to never change, but I did. I changed with time. I made so much of money in the street. I made a lot of money being in a wheelchair. And all of a sudden I said, you know what, Lord, I'm tired of this. I'm tired. I'm tired of people looking at me every time I go somewhere. They thinking I'm about to steal out the store, and I wasn't. I had so much gain at the end of the day by me coming from a pimp and my mama. At the end, if I probably wasn't like book smart, but we gonna eat. We gonna eat. The bills gonna get paid, and we gonna get some money. And saying I didn't came home with money, and my mama ain't even question. I didn't have money. She ain't question where I got it from. The bills got paid, but at the same time, I am not that person anymore. And I'm being blessed without being the person that I used to be. And the best part about the blessing now is I'm content. And I got a peace of mind. And I can get in my black E350 out there and ain't got to be looking over my shoulder. Unlike some of y'all. Because I used to look over my shoulder. I used to have that on the side of me thinking I got to get me one. That was my life. And when I almost unalived somebody before, everybody felt like, even though I was fine and pretty, they felt like she's something dangerous. Some people said I was notorious. Some people say I was a menace. I was the sweetest little young girl you could ever want to know. But I was not the one to play with. I wasn't the one to play with. Why would somebody be so stupid to call my cell phone and you see me online? Forgive me, y'all. That's ignorant for somebody to dial my phone number and they just was on my live and they see me still on live. See, that's a distraction right there. That's the trick of the enemy. See, I'm telling y'all about the word and telling y'all where I come from. And somebody just now was on my live and they're going to go get off the live and call my phone. Y'all got to recognize the enemy. Y'all got to recognize Satan. Let me tell y'all something. When people do evil stuff, do y'all not know it's an evil spirit that takes over and take control of people's mind? Some people don't have control over their own mind. And somebody saying, Miss Ann, what you mean by that? Let me tell you. When I almost unalived somebody, it was like something I just blanked out. I just didn't remember. I just had that thing in my hand, and I just kept on pointing, and it kept on going off. Ping, 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 ping. It just kept on going off. It's something that just took control of my hand. And I can't explain to y'all. It was like a bad spirit. And when he started walking toward me, I saw an evil spirit. When somebody get mad with y'all, look them in their eye, look in their face. And if you see their eyes getting red, they really in the zone. They're in the spirit. They're in a bad spirit. When people get angry or somebody fighting and they don't want to stop and they're in their general, wait, let me see the word I'm trying to say. Their adrenaline kicks in. When I almost unalived somebody, I something just took completely over my mind. So when people do stuff, sometimes some people don't have control over their own mind. Like you say, so a man thinking, he already did it. If you thinking of hurting somebody or you premeditating, you already did it in your mind. So if you go outside and make a scenario, like the women that go outside and say like they got their breasts out. So you got on a beautiful dress and you even got your nipples covered up and you could just see how the titties are sitting up, right? And say you got on a bodysuit and the man can see straight through the bodysuit, right? You don't have on no underwear. That means every man you didn't pass, then lust off of your body, then had sex with you in their mind. Because they saw your body through your clothes. So that means all these men then had sex with you in their mind and you ain't get a dime. Come on, somebody. Y'all got to make it make sense. When you go outside as a woman and you got on see-through stuff, and yeah, you look good, but in your mind, you'll say women jealous of you. But in our mind, we saying that why you out here like that, disrespecting yourself, that's not cute. All us women gonna have something to say. If you come outside and you got all your ass out, right? If you come outside and you got all your ass out and all that kind of stuff, there, two chances to one, I'm gonna say something. I might not say nothing to you, son, Moon. I might not say nothing to you, Mika. I might not say nothing to you, Monique. See, I might not say nothing to y'all, but in my mind, I'm saying now why she didn't brought her nasty ass out here like that. I'm just being real with y'all. In y'all mind, y'all looking good. But in a man mind, and it could be me and you, it could be a group of us women, and we classy, and we looking nice. The men have passed up all us classy women to look at the trashy women. And the reason I'm saying, hey Lee, Kansas City in the building, the reason I'm saying, hey Karen Queen, the reason I'm saying trashy, but the men are overlook us looking elegant with a blazer, with the, the pants, looking like a phenomenal woman. He gonna pass up looking at the elegant woman and look at the trashy woman because that's what caught his eye. No, I don't remember you. That's what caught his eye. So when y'all come outside, and a lot of y'all, and I'm gonna say this, slim the body lash, everything she wear is revealing. Slim the body lash come out. You can see her for JJ. You can see her backside. You can see her breast. And in other countries, that's illegal. They will arrest her. So just like she said in her words, Slim the body last said, I don't want no man. Don't nobody come in my DM. Don't nobody call me because I don't want none of y'all. Well, let me tell you something, Slim the body last. They don't have to want you in person. They ain't even got to call your phone. They already done slept with you. Clock that T. They already done had sex with you. You're already nude. All you got on is a few strings. Us women, I ain't no hater. To say she an older woman, the way she look, she got a nice body. But at the same time, she ain't got to expose her body. So all the men that she stayed, she don't want. They already done had you for free. Clock that T. Right string, wrong yo-yo. They already done had you, sis. You got to respect yourself in order for other people to respect you. So when you come on there and you showing your little body and your little nipples at the top is permanent and they hard, and then down there you can see straight through it, and then on the back you can see your back side. You already nude. What it is to not see. So to all the men that go and watch and see her on social media, they already done slept with her. They don't need a Playboy magazine. When a lot of y'all come outside like that and y'all naked like that, y'all for free. When y'all wear stuff like that with all y'all body out and all that, y'all ready to just y'all sold y'all body and y'all ain't getting nothing for it. Where the money at? Like Kevin said, where the money at? Y'all showing hell ain't got it. So keep on coming outside and y'all gonna keep on being getting. I ain't gonna say it because TikTok might ban it. Keep on coming outside nude. And guess what? They don't need no Playboy magazine, but a lot of y'all. The magazine is in the streets. What happened to a man hiding a magazine in the house, or you found out he watching porn and all that? He ain't got to go look for porn. It's all over the internet. I'm just saying. Come on, somebody. Let's be real with the women. Can I be real with y'all? Can I let y'all know? So a man thinking he already did it. So when you come outside and you thinking you all that, and I'm going outside, I'm gonna be on them moves and all that kind of stuff. I'm gonna be on their ass. I don't care what nobody say, girl. They just jealous. They just jealous and this and that. Jealous of a age that ain't getting no money for a body and everybody seeing it. Wow, that speaks volume about who you are. Because one thing about Aunt Miss, when Aunt Miss was out there, I didn't have to wear all that and have all my body out like that. But at the end of the day, I was getting my little curves covered up. I would put on my shorts. I would have put on my jeans or whatever I put on. You still could tell that I had a body on me. But I was getting my little curves, unlike a lot of y'all. What's the purpose? Who y'all trying to prove a point to? I'm just saying, and I'm not asking for a friend. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't. Y'all around here talking about. Oh well, let me. If a man disrespect you, or y'all putting allegations on me, a man should put charges on y'all for bringing y'all nasty ass outside like that. It's a disgrace to us as women. When one woman get talked about, even though we not tradition, I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't have friends that dress like that, and I don't want friends that dress like that. But y'all don't realize that when a woman gets talked about and dragged under the mud, now we got all men thinking we all alike when we not. Come on, somebody. They gonna pay a bypass to you and me because we covered up. We giving them something to think about. But y'all, girl, they already done masturbated off of y'all. I know they be hitting slim the body lash everywhere. All in the head, all in the ear, all in the toes, all in the butt, all in the back. They already screenshot her so many times. Every time she come on, I don't want no man. Well, girl, you got a lot of men. I'm just saying, technically, you got a lot of men. Hey, Queen. Is I'm lying, y'all, or is I'm telling the truth? Tell me I'm lying. If y'all think I'm lying, tell me I'm lying. Is I'm lying or telling the truth? Thank y'all, Queen, because that's how it is. You go outside like that, and you on the internet talking about, I don't want no man. Y'all can stay out my DM. Girl, they ain't gotta be in your DM. Every time you post a picture and you turn around and you say you wanted to wiggle while you walk, it's wiggling while you're walking. And they lurking and they watching and they jerking. Got to be more careful. You gotta make it make sense when y'all say shit out y'all mouth. She gotta make it make sense. It jiggle when I walk. Oh yeah, it's jiggling. And you say you don't want no man? Girl, you got more men than all of us. Clock that T. She got more men than all of us. She got more than enough. Gavin got daddies that he don't even know. I'm just saying. And I heard Buck saying that's his son. Is that really Buck's son? I'm just saying. So if you want to be considered as a classy lady, you need to carry yourself classy. But if you carry yourself trashy and you want some attention, you're going to be considered as trashy. I don't want attention like that. And a lot of y'all drawing attention to yourself that y'all don't even want. I'm just saying. And what kind of man that some of y'all have to allow y'all to leave the house or go outside have naked? I'm just saying. I'm just saying, y'all. Don't get mad at the message. Y'all can't even get mad at the messenger. So a lot of y'all women out there with the false allegation, can y'all stop? Because y'all making it bad for us women that have real allegations. Thank you for the follow, Queen. I'm just saying. Can y'all stop making it bad for us phenomenal women? Can y'all stop making it bad for us women that act like we should act a lady? A lady. I'm just saying. Can the majority of us women, can we just get along? Can we stop being envious and jealous and hating one another? And can we stick together instead of going against the grain? Because the way that I dress, the way that she dressed, the way that she looked, y'all know how many problems I had coming up as a young girl as being red bone, high yellow. I had problems then. Sandy red hair, getting your hair pulled, got a fight in kindergarten. So why we just can't get along? Why we gotta be jealous? Nobody don't hear me now. Y'all gonna hear me sooner than later. Sooner than later. So to the ones who don't follow, who don't listen, who thinking, oh well, where y'all don't want me to go, that's where I'm going. Insecure. Where y'all don't want me to go, I'm headed there. I'm headed there. Somebody been on the internet for decades. And they still waiting on a turn. And they got talent. And they know everything about the internet. But you know what the problem is? Your heart ain't right. You ugly on the outside and the inside. And I'm not talking about the flesh. Your spirit. You got to turn from your wicked ways and change your ways. When you change your ways and stop feeling some type of way about everybody and not trusting everybody, then he could open the windows of heaven and pour out a blessing to you that you won't have room enough to receive. Somebody I'm talking to. I ain't worrying about who ain't here no more. I'm talking to the ones that's still here. Because this message is for one of y'all. Change your heart and your way of thinking. Not everybody don't dislike you. Everybody not jealous of you. Everybody don't hate you. Stop saying nobody don't love you. I love you. And I don't even know you. And you know why I love you? Because God said love them anyway. He said even though they despitefully try to use you, still love them. Out of all they did to him. You worrying and you crying and you moping. Oh God, he did me this. He cheated on me. She cheated on me. Or they stole from me. Or they used me. Or they did all this. And you know what he said? Look what they did to me. Look what they did to me. He gave up his only begotten son. And we around here whining and moping. Hey, Nicole, and crying and talking about what we ain't got. We got to change our mindset. We got to stop believing that everybody dislike every woman. Oh, I can't trust no woman. That's why I don't be around no woman. Wow. Let me tell y'all something. Me as a woman, a phenomenal woman at that. A woman almost unalived me behind my ex-husband. So you mean to tell me because one bad apple or one bad woman or all the rest of them did what they did, I'm not going to trust you, and me. That's not fair to y'all. Why would I distrust all the women in the world because of one Jezebel? Do y'all know what a Jezebel is? Do y'all know that when somebody get divorced and they get a divorce because it's reconcilable? Wait, let me see how I can say it. Because reconcile differences. So if you get a divorce because of those reasons, that means that's not grounds for divorce. Grounds for divorce is adultery. You can't say, I don't want to be with him because we have different this and that and we don't get along and that. That's not grounds for divorce. Grounds for divorce is adultery. And you got to be able to prove that that person committed adultery. My ex-husband divorced me. I didn't commit adultery. He divorced me and he committed adultery. And to y'all women out there that have something to do with, or a man out there has something to do with people being divorced, you're going to be held accountable. I don't want to be that woman that be the cause of you not with your wife. And you shouldn't want to be that man that she is not the cause. You are not the cause that she's not with her husband. Because at the end of the day, you're going to reap what you sow. So was it right when my ex-husband divorced me? No. I didn't commit adultery. I was a good wife. He divorced me when I was he filed for divorce while I was in the hospital. But he filed for the divorce. I never saw the papers, read the papers, why he divorced me. But he can't say he divorced me because I committed adultery. He was the one committing adultery. So in God's eyes, he really had no right to file a divorce on me because I never committed adultery. And at the end of the day, when y'all get married, y'all better read the fine line. Y'all better recognize what y'all doing because y'all making vows under God. And if he go out there and cheat on you, the marriage already is doomed. Once you let somebody, a spirit, into your marriage and you cheat and you wondering why y'all having marital problems right now, is because somebody somewhere then committed adultery. If y'all constantly bickering and fussing and you wondering why, and you asking yourself, damn, is it me, babe? I mean, it's something I'm doing. You trying to, in your mind, make yourself believe you did something to him or her for them to feel the way that they feel toward you when it's their infidelity. Stop beating yourself up, because you're gonna come out on the winning hand. The one who committed adultery, what I'm not gonna do when you commit adultery, I'm not gonna commit adultery because you committing adultery. Once he committed adultery, you free yourself. I'm not gonna stay with you. And that's where I fell off at. I was still willing to mess with my husband while he was cheating on me with the woman that almost unalived me. Because in my mind, I'm thinking we had something and we could get over this. Not thinking that once a man or a woman commit adultery, the marriage really is doomed. Somebody right now saying that they gonna save their marriage and they feel like they saved their marriage even though their spouse then committed adultery. They stand together for stability or they stand together for all the wrong reasons. And I can't tell you to leave that person, but at the end of the day, the marriage will never be the same. I'm just saying. But I just had a baby and I had two small children. And to know better, Queen, is to do better. If I knew what my work was then, I would have let her have him. But no, I was mad, caught up in my emotion, caught up in my feelings. And when I saw her, I approached her. I said a couple of words. She called me the B word. I turned around and I slapped her. And was it right for me to put my hands on her? No. But I was going off of my emotion. Was it wrong for her to pew me in my back? Yes. Wow, he cheated on you with a woman that was supposed to be your friend too, Queen. So that's what I'm saying. A lot of us got a lot in common. And why we can't come together and meet up in one city, all us queens that have been hurt, that have been mentally and physically abused. I don't know what happened on TikTok. It just automatically went out. So it is what it is. I don't know why it went out, but um, I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Yes, it was wrong for being scared and fighting and doing. Yeah, right. So I love y'all. Um, I had like close to 20,000 views on TikTok. Thank y'all. You know, my phone just went out on TikTok, and they probably wondering what happened. But anyway, I love y'all on Facebook. I don't know where everybody at. It says three people in here, and I know it's way more than that. But in a minute, I'm gonna stop sacrificing for other people that's scared to show their face on Facebook, and I'm gonna just have my platform on YouTube. I love you, my baby, and I'll see y'all tomorrow on Facebook. And y'all be blessed. So y'all, I don't really know what happened on TikTok, but I know I said a lot. But at the end of the day, is us as females, us as women, we got to learn to stick together. We got to learn to pray for one another. And at the end of the day, only what we do for Christ gonna last. So it's about to be 11 o'clock. I know some of y'all got to go to work. Some of y'all got things to do tomorrow. I love y'all. I'll see y'all on tomorrow. Y'all be blessed, and I love y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow.